Hey, I'm Siobhan, community cultivator and founder of Be Free Project. The Be Free Project podcast was created for community, sisterhood, and personal growth. Each week, you'll be inspired and motivated to do the work to show up for yourself so you too can feel fulfilled and be free. Now grab a pen and a notebook and let's get into the show. Hey, welcome back to another episode. I am over the moon excited. I'm sure you could hear it in my voice. I don't have any individual thing to share what I love with you today because everything in today's episode is what I love. I am celebrating 3 years of podcasting today. Jazz hands. And I'm so excited because it has been a journey for me. And I remember when I started my podcast several years ago, it was when I had a Facebook group. And I asked the community in the Facebook group at the time, what did they want more from me? And I had a huge response that people wanted a podcast. And now to see that I'm 3 years in, loving the journey, have had so many amazing solo episodes as well as guest episodes. Like, I couldn't be more proud of myself. And then to top it off, I'm close to 150,000 downloads from listeners literally all over the globe. And every time I look at my analytics and I see where people are listening from, it blows my mind. Like, how, Sway? That's what I'm thinking. And then when I receive the emails from women all over the country telling me how my podcast has helped them in some way, or when you guys share in your IG stories that, what particular episode you listened to, or when y'all tell me that you binged and listened all the way back from 2018, I'm like, girl, thank you. And to see where I'm at today, the growth, the progress, and still the fulfillment and joy that I get recording new episodes for you guys week after week after week. And I'm just in awe. I am beyond grateful. And today is really special, not only to be celebrating 3 years of podcasting, but today is also my mother's birthday. And I honestly did not know I was going to share this until just in this moment. And the reason that I'm sharing that is because if you've been listening to the podcast for some time, then you already know my journey with mother wounds and healing and growth. And this year particularly is really special because there has been restoration with the relationship with my mother. If you listen to the episode from Rise to Reiki back in March, it was a 2-part episode. And what I shared with you then is that how I had such an aha moment when I was at the Rise conference. And I remember when I came back home, I said, the next time that I see my mother, I'm going to hug her and I'm going to tell her I love her. That was back in March. Exactly 7 months later is when the opportunity came. So the first weekend of October is when that thought was manifested. And I lived up to my word. And I hugged my mother and I told her I loved her. And for her birthday, which is today, I framed a picture of myself and gifted it to her from this new chapter and version of my life that I'm going to talk about in a little bit. And I want to share that here, and I'll go more in depth in the story a little bit later in upcoming episodes. But for now, just know that not only am I celebrating 3 years of podcasting, but I'm also celebrating a shift in the relationship with my mother. And I promise on my life, I never saw this coming. Never. But this is what it looks like when you do your work and when you intentionally show up every single day and you honor your word, you will reap the harvest of the seeds that you planted. And I never, ever want to come across like this work is easy, because it's not. I mean, you couldn't have paid me $1 million to be able to see a shift in the relationship with my mother. And so I'm grateful for that. So as I celebrate 3 years of podcasting, I'm celebrating also this shift in this relationship with her. And I don't know what's to come. All I know is my heart has been softened. I have more compassion. And I want to be an example of what I teach. And integrity is extremely important to me. And me doing the work has not only changed my life, but everyone connected to me. Okay, so back to the podcast. So as you can probably see, we also have a new title. So it was the Girl Be Free podcast, and now it's the Be Free Project podcast. And I changed the name because I wanted consistency. I wanted to make it easier for people to find me. Initially, when I started out with the Girl Be Free podcast, it was because at the time, I had t-shirts and mugs and things like that. And I wanted everything to kind of go together. But as I've grown in my company, what I realize is that I want everything to be under Be Free Project, and then brand myself, Siobhan Sudbury, as the thought leader and speaker, podcaster for the company. And so that's why the name change. Make sure you're still subscribed. Make sure you share it with friends. And I think it will be easier for you now when you tell people, oh yeah, listen to the Be Free Project podcast. It will be easier for them to find it anywhere they find podcasts. Also, you're going to see a new cover, a beautiful new cover, which y'all, I'm like, girl, you did that. But I'm proud of it. I'm really proud of the new cover, the new name. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the cover because it ties into several months ago, I had a photo shoot. And if you've listened to previous episodes, I talked about 2020 being a year of becoming Siobhan. And this year in particularly, I've grown and evolved a lot. And that whole journey will be in another episode. But for this one, just to talk about the photo. So I scheduled a photo shoot back in September, and I wanted to capture my growth. And I was very intentional about this because if you've seen the previous photos of me, I've grown so much over the years that this year in particular, I needed to show the growth. And so with doing that, I decided, I said, okay, we're going to do a photo shoot. We're going to capture this moment. And that wasn't an easy process because I worked with a new photographer, MTK Photography. I worked with a new makeup artist. Her name is Tondi. And then as far as the outfit for the photo shoot, it's a Tracee Ellis Ross dress, whom I love. I love, love, love Tracee Ellis Ross. And the way that this dress came about is because I had looked a little bit in stores for something to wear and I couldn't find the perfect thing. And so I had shared with my best friend's sister. I said, hey, I'm looking for an outfit. Do you know where I can go? And she was like, oh, I have a dress at home as well as a shirt. I'll take a picture and I'll send it to you. And I said, well, Tracee Ellis Ross is my muse. I've been checking out her photos, trying to get some ideas. And so when she sends me a picture of the dress and this shirt later on, they both were by Tracee Ellis Ross, brand new with tags on it, my size. And I went and got the clothes from her the following day. The dress fit perfectly. And I was like, wow, I totally manifested that. So my friend Dana gifted me the dress. It was the absolute most beautiful day that I took the photos. I love the photographers that I worked with. I loved my makeup because I wanted a very natural feel, just a fresh glow is what I was looking for. And when I tell y'all, I killed that photo shoot. I killed it. I had Beyonce playing, and I was just like, yes. And that inner me, that this version of myself that has awakened over this year, she was shining bright. And you will be able to check out all of the photos on my new website. Yay! So I also did a refresh. Well, no, I did a whole rebranding of my website. And I've worked with Jeanette Brewster. She's a member of the Be Free Inner Circle, and she creates amazing websites. And so I worked with her to really bring my vision to life. And so you'll be able to go today to check out the website and see pictures from my beautiful photo shoot. I'll also be sharing them on the gram, so make sure you're following me either at Be Free Project or Siobhan Sudbury. You'll find both of those links in my show notes. But my website looks absolutely beautiful. And I'm so proud because I've done the work, and you can tell. And this is what I mean when I talk about every single week of doing the work and showing up for yourself. I'm not just talking to be talking, but I'm speaking from experience. Doing the work, it works, and you have to be committed no matter what. And I'm going to be sharing a lot about this journey because there's so much to share. But I just want you to be committed to doing the work to show up for yourself so that you too can feel fulfilled and be free in your life, because you deserve it. And when you go to my website and you look not only at the homepage, but check out everything that's there for you, I created some new downloads, especially for you, that you can have access to immediately. One is all about the 8 simple secrets to being consistent. The other one is how to get focused. And then the third one is the roadmap to being free. And I specifically created each of these free downloads, and you can get 1, 2, or all 3. They're there for you to have, because this is what my community needs help with the most. How to be free, how to be consistent, and how to focus. And so I created each brand new freebie for you that you can download and apply right away. So that is what I have for you today. We are celebrating. We are rejoicing. We are having fun. We are enjoying the moments of growth, not only for myself, but for you as well. And so, of course, I can't let you go without giving you a journal prompt and an affirmation. I am loving that you guys are sharing with me on the gram. So please keep them coming. Share your response to the journal prompt. Show me that you wrote the question down with the affirmation. You can tag me at Be Free Project or Siobhan Sudbury. You can post it in your IG feed and share the hash under the hashtag Be Free Project so I can see it. And your journal prompt for today: list ways that you can celebrate your wins, big and small. And then your affirmation is, I am a money magnet. The reason that I want you to list ways to celebrate, and I'm going to do an episode about this, but until then, is because I am celebrating 3 years of podcasting. I've been in business for over 6 years. I've had amazing growth over the last 6 years, but specifically this year. And I have to celebrate the photo shoot, the new website, my growth, the restoration with my mother. Like, I have to celebrate all of this. And I am. Next month, I'm taking a girls' trip with some of my really great friends, and we are going to a special place that I cannot wait. I'll talk about that more later. Maybe when I come back, I'll talk about that experience. And that's how I'm going to celebrate, because I've done the work, and I don't want this to just be another moment that I cross off my list, but I want to be present in the moment and to honor all of my accomplishments. And so that's why I want to share the journal prompt with you as well, because as you win, big or small, I want you to celebrate yourself. But again, I'm going to do a whole episode on celebration. So this is your action step. In addition to the journal prompt and the affirmation for this week, I want you to subscribe to the podcast. And I need you to leave me a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, letting me know whether your favorite episode, what you like about the podcast. I don't know. It can be a sentence, whatever you want, but share that review on Apple Podcasts today. And then share this episode with a friend. Text them a picture of it, send them the link, share it in IG stories, but help me get the word out because I really am ready to grow my podcast even more, and I can do it with your help. So make sure you head over to the website today to check everything out. Y'all know where to find me, and I'm going to just keep the same tagline because I think it's fitting. And until next time, girl, be free.
Hi, my name is Catherine Bell. I live in Tampa, Florida. I am a part of the Be Free Inner Circle. I chose to join this community because I realized that I needed strong, like-minded women around me. From the first day I joined, the women were so welcoming. I love the way that it is just non-judgmental. Being vulnerable is hard for me, but I've been able to do that within this group and have not once felt ashamed of that. I enjoy being able to encourage others and pull inspiration from others, but have real life conversations that I think women really need to have. I'm a proud member of the Be Free Inner Circle, and I think you should be too.